Chapter 1844. In the beginning, Xingshi insisted on competing with Daisy. As for Daisy, it was because of his rejuvenation pills that her strength improved by leaps. In the end, Daisy severely injured Xingshi in the ring. This was a thorn in Alex's heart. On the one hand, he felt sorry for Xingshi, and on the other hand, he admired her character of never giving up and favoring competition over backing off. In addition, he also felt ashamed of Xingshi to a certain extent. Because it was his hand that pushed Daisy from a level far below Xingshi to a position far surpassing her. Now, he cured her, so he diluted the distress. He saved her life and made her strength improve by leaps and bounds, so that guilt was also played down. At this point, the distress and guilt have been washed away, and the rest is more of an appreciation for Xingshi. Therefore, Alex smiled at her knowingly, revealing a row of white teeth. If this is the case, then I will go first. Okay. Xingshi nodded heavily, feeling extremely sad, but still smiling, and said sweetly, "Master, I wish you good luck, peace and health." Alex didn't expect that Xingshi would say the words wishing him. He startled slightly, and immediately clasped a fist to her with a serious face, and said loudly, "Thank you, Miss Xingshi, we will have some time later." After speaking, he took a deep look at Xingshi again, turned around and entered the security checkpoint. At the moment Alex turned around, Xingshi's tears burst. She looked at Alex's back, tears flowed like rain. She wanted to call him so that he could look back, so that she could take a closer look at him. However, she was afraid that when she stopped him, when he sees her face full of tears, he would think a lot, would misunderstand, and think that she deliberately wanted him to see her letting go of all the disguise. Therefore, she resisted the urge to call him, just wanted to stand here, watch him disappear into that door, and then turn and leave. At this moment, Alex couldn't help it suddenly and subconsciously looked back at her. Just a glance made Alex's whole body as if struck by lightning and stayed for a while. He wanted to turn his head and beckon to her courteously. But he didn't expect it. Looking back, Xingshi, who was still smiling just now, was already crying into tears. At this moment, Alex felt that the softest part of his heart seemed to have suffered a shock. This kind of feeling, in general, only needs one word, that is, distressed. Xingshi didn't expect that Alex would even look back at her again. At this moment, as the eldest lady of the Edo family, as the Yamato Nadeshiko who had undergone traditional Chinese education since childhood, she finally completely lost all self-control ability. At this moment, she lost all her sanity and ran towards him crying, rushed straight into his arms and hugged him tightly. Before Alex came back to his senses, she gently stood on tiptoe and offered her first kiss on her own initiative. Those thin lips that were a little salty and cold because of her tears, kissed Alex's lips without hesitation.